In the 1980s, there was a very popular BBC television show called Allo Allo, a situation comedy based on a French town under Nazi occupation in the Second World War. The characters pretended to be on good terms with the Germans while constantly working to undermine them. The show starred Gordon Kaye, who played an amorous cafe owner who had affairs with all his waitresses. He also starred in a stage show based on the series. In January 1990, there was a massive storm in Europe, massive by European standards anyway. Unfortunately, Gordon Kaye was driving his car in the storm when a piece of wood became detached from a nearby advertising sign. It smashed through his windscreen and into his head, causing damage to his skull and brain. He was rushed to hospital where he was on life support for 3 days and in intensive care for a period of time before being transferred to the ward. Too many visitors were considered dangerous for him, both due to potential excitement and also the risk of infection. Access to his room was tightly controlled. 2 journalists from a scurrilous British tabloid rag posed as doctors and sneaked into Gordon Kaye's room, where they interviewed him and took photographs. He allegedly consented to the interview, although 15 minutes later he could not remember having given the interview at all. His close friend and theatrical agent Peter Frogat sought an injunction to prevent publication of the materials, and this raised the question of whether invasion of privacy was a tort in English law. The judge's distaste for the scurrilous behaviour of the journalist literally drips from the page, but they were forced to find that tort law in Britain, and Australian law is the same, does not protect a person's right to privacy. Lord Justice Bingham said, "The defendant's conduct towards the plaintiff here was a monstrous invasion of his privacy. If ever a person has a right to be let alone by strangers, it must surely be when he lies in hospital recovering from brain surgery and in no more than partial command of his faculties. It is this invasion of his privacy which underlies the plaintiff's complaint. Yet it alone, however gross, does not entitle him to relief in English law. In English law and in Australian law, invasion of privacy is still not an action available in tort."